Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into essential survival skills that could one day save your life. We're talking about facing the unexpected head-on, whether it's a natural disaster or getting lost in the wilderness. From preparing an emergency bag to the psychological resilience needed to face the unknown, we've got you covered. Let's get started. Out here in the wild, preparation is everything. You never know when you might find yourself in a survival situation. First things first, water. Pack enough to last you at least 3 days. Next, high-energy food like protein bars and trail mix. Now let's talk first aid. A well-stocked kit is non-negotiable. And don't forget a whistle and a signaling mirror. A good knife is worth its weight in gold out here. A flashlight is another must-have. Finally, check your bag regularly and replace expired items. Your emergency bag is your lifeline in a crisis. Pack it right.
Getting lost is a terrifying experience, but panicking only makes things worse. The moment you realize you're lost, stop. Take a deep breath, and remember your training. First, stay put. It's far easier for rescuers to find you if you're not moving around. Find a clear area where you're visible, and make yourself big. Bright clothing, a signal fire if it's safe, anything to attract attention. Next, conserve your energy. This isn't the time for unnecessary exertion. If you have shelter, use it. If not, improvise. A simple lean-to can shield you from the elements. Finding water is paramount. Follow the lay of the land. Water flows downhill, so look for depressions, gullies, or areas with lush vegetation. Remember, even if water looks clear, always purify it before drinking. Navigation is key. If you have a compass, use it. If not, the sun and stars can be your guide. Remember, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. At night, the North Star can help you orient yourself. Don't underestimate the power of observation. Look for animal trails. They often lead to water sources. Pay attention to the wind direction, the types of plants around you. The more aware you are of your surroundings, the better your chances of survival. Remember, getting lost doesn't have to mean losing hope. By staying calm, using your head, and remembering your training, you can find your way back to safety.
Out here, the elements can be your greatest adversary. Scorching heat and biting cold can sap your strength and threaten your life faster than almost anything else. In extreme heat, the key is to avoid dehydration. Carry water with you at all times and ration it carefully. Shield yourself from the sun whenever possible. A simple lean-to or even draping a light-colored cloth over yourself can make a world of difference. Watch out for signs of heat stroke, dizziness, nausea, confusion. If you or someone with you starts experiencing these symptoms, it's crucial to act fast. In freezing conditions, hypothermia is the enemy. Staying dry is crucial, as wet clothes can rapidly lower your body temperature. Layer your clothing to trap heat and protect your extremities. Your head, hands and feet lose heat the fastest. Learn to recognize the signs of hypothermia: slurred speech, uncontrollable shivering and confusion. If you suspect hypothermia, get to a warm, dry shelter immediately. Remove wet clothing and warm the body slowly and gently. Remember, whether you're facing blistering heat or bone-chilling cold, the key to survival is preparation and knowing your limits. Respect the power of the elements and never underestimate the importance of proper gear and quick thinking.
The wild is teeming with life, and that includes creatures that can pose a threat if you're not careful. But remember, most animals are more afraid of you than you are of them. They attack out of fear or to protect their territory. The key to avoiding unwanted encounters is awareness. Be observant, make noise as you move through dense brush, and avoid surprising animals. Most will hear you coming and move away on their own. Learn to identify animal tracks and droppings. This can give you valuable information about what's sharing your space and help you avoid potential danger. If you do encounter a wild animal, never run. This triggers their predatory instincts. Instead, stand your ground, make yourself look bigger by raising your arms, and speak in a firm, loud voice. Most of the time, this is enough to deter them. Be extra cautious around mothers with young. They are incredibly protective and more likely to attack if they feel their offspring are threatened. Give them a wide berth and move away slowly. Learn to identify poisonous plants and animals in your area. Knowing what to avoid can save you a world of hurt, literally. If you're unsure, it's always better to err on the side of caution and avoid contact. Remember, we are visitors in the wild. Respect the animals, their space, and their power, and you're far more likely to have a safe and awe-inspiring experience.
Water is life, and out here finding it can mean the difference between survival and succumbing to the elements. But remember, not all water is created equal. Knowing how to source and purify it is essential. Follow the lay of the land. Water always flows downhill, so look for depressions, gullies, or areas with lush vegetation. These are all good indicators of potential water sources. Look for animal trails. Animals often follow the same paths to water, so if you spot a well-worn trail, there's a good chance it leads to a watering hole. Rainwater is a gift, but it needs to be collected properly. Use a tarp or even large leaves to create a collection surface, and ensure your container is clean to avoid contamination. Even if water looks clear, never drink it without purifying it first. Boiling is the most effective method, but if fire isn't an option, you can use water purification tablets or a portable filter. Learn to make a makeshift water filter using layers of sand, charcoal, and cloth. This can remove sediment and some impurities, making the water safer to drink. Remember, your body loses water constantly through sweat and respiration, even more so in extreme conditions. Replenishing that water is vital for staying hydrated and maintaining your physical and mental faculties. Out here, the wilderness becomes your supermarket, but you need to know where to shop. Identifying edible plants and finding sources of protein can mean the difference between starvation and survival. Start by learning to identify the edible plants in your local environment. There are field guides available, and many online resources can teach you what to look for. Remember, when in doubt, leave it out. Consuming the wrong plant can be dangerous. Look for common edible plants like cattails, dandelions, and clover. These are often found near water sources and can provide valuable nutrients. Learn which parts of the plant are edible, as some plants have both edible and poisonous parts. Trapping and hunting can provide a valuable source of protein, but these skills take time and practice. Start by learning about the animals in your area and their habits. Build simple traps or snares using natural materials. Fishing is another excellent way to find sustenance. Use a makeshift fishing rod with line and a hook, or try your hand at spear fishing. Remember to check local regulations, as fishing may be restricted in some areas. Once you've caught your food, it's crucial to prepare it properly to avoid illness. Cook meat thoroughly over a fire. Boiling is another effective method for eliminating bacteria and parasites. Remember, foraging and hunting for survival is about respecting the delicate balance of nature. Only take what you need and leave enough for the ecosystem to thrive.
Out here, injuries can happen in the blink of an eye. A simple slip or fall can have serious consequences. That's why having a solid grasp of first aid is paramount. Always carry a well-stocked first aid kit. Bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and a CPR mask are essentials. Familiarize yourself with their uses and practice basic first aid techniques. Learn how to control bleeding with direct pressure. Cool burns with water for at least 10 minutes. Immobilize fractures and sprains with a splint. Recognize and treat for shock by keeping the person warm and elevating their feet. Your first aid skills are only as good as your knowledge and preparedness. Take a first aid course, practice regularly, and keep your kit ready.
Out here, it's not just about your physical skills, it's about your mental fortitude. When the going gets tough, it's your mental resilience that will see you through. Fear is a natural response to danger, but it's how you manage that fear that will determine your fate. Panic can lead to poor decision-making and reckless behavior. Instead, acknowledge the fear but don't let it paralyze you. Focus on what you can control. You can control your breathing, your thoughts, and your actions. Take deep breaths, focus on the task at hand, and break down overwhelming situations into smaller, more manageable steps. Maintain a positive mental attitude. This may seem impossible in a survival situation, but it's crucial. Focus on the good, even if it's something small. Remember, hope is a powerful motivator. Find ways to boost your morale. Sing a song, recite a poem, or recall happy memories. These small acts can make a big difference in keeping your spirits up. Remember, you are stronger than you think. You have the inner resources to overcome challenges. Tap into your resilience, believe in your ability to survive, and never, ever give up hope. Thanks for watching. Remember, the skills we've covered today are just the tip of the iceberg. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more life-saving tips and survival skills. Stay safe out there, and remember, the most important tool you have is your will to survive.